Hi, I'm Joey with Roof Revivers. I hired a new guy yesterday. His name is Dan, and he's going to be doing some content creation for me. He's really good at what he does. So his first day is yesterday. He comes in the office, we have a whiteboard, and one of the ideas that I've always had is I wanted to show homeowners how we chase down the leak and figure out exactly where it's at. Dan stops me right there and he goes, "Hey, I know I just started, but I got a leak on my house." And I think to myself, let's go. And he goes, "Well, it's in Amanda." And I'm like, "Oh, it's kind of far." And then he goes, "It's on metal." Now, just to tell you, I don't really know a whole lot about metal. I know about product and accent roofs, but chasing down leaks, this isn't my cup of tea. But I still think that we can probably chase down a leak. So we haven't set anything up yet. I just got here, and I'm gonna show you the steps on how I figure out exactly where that's at, and then maybe how we can temporarily fix it or permanently fix it. So with all that being said, let's go. So one of our first steps here is we talk to the homeowner and we ask where in general is the leak. He says it's in his kid's bedroom right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that bedroom. I'm going to measure from the wall, possibly a window, so we can kind of get an idea of how deep that is inside the roof. Now Dan has a big old porch here, so we're going to do some math and add that distance onto the distance inside the room. And hopefully when we get back onto the roof, set our ladder up, it'll take us right to the general idea or whereabouts of where that leak would be. And we can easily see that Dan has a leak here. He said water was coming in. He touched it with his finger and accidentally poked a hole. The leak's pretty much right in line with the window, maybe a touch to the left of the window. So I'll get a tape on it. I'll stick it here. And we don't need to be exact, but it's about 5 feet. So we'll say the wall's like 6 inches. We'll measure the porch outside. We'll add it all up, we'll get on the roof and kind of figure out what that shows us. Window is here. We know that the leak is 5 feet in from here. And so we'll take a measurement because we have this big soffit overhang. It's roughly 6 feet. The leak was a foot over from the window. The other thing that I'll do while I'm here is because we have this window and I won't be able to see it while I'm on the roof, I usually would take like a kid's soccer ball or whatever and stick it in the yard. So once I'm up on the roof above the gutter, I can look back down and I can say, this is where the leak kind of is. Let's measure up. So now that I'm on a roof, I'm gonna take the measurements that I had before. Like I said, I have a kid's toy in the yard. It's kind of my identifier. And I need to measure anywhere between 11 and 12 feet, roughly here. And then once I get to 11 feet, I'm at 11 feet, we have a crack. That's a real quick way to figure out where your leak is. Now this is a metal roof, and these things are a little bit easier to identify because obviously. But if you're on a shingle roof, it is important to do all these tricks because sometimes you'll have a nail in between two shingles, whatever it is. So the trick is never really a time wasted, but on this one right here, we can see that we have a crack in the roof. So what's the solution? Well, I don't really do metal. We started the video with me saying that. This is more a demonstration on how to find the leak and maybe how to fix it as a homeowner. So what I'm gonna do for Dan now is caulk it. I'll go back and talk to the associates and figure out what we can do. We could pull the panel, we could fix it from underneath, but right here and right now, especially for probably the next 5 years, we can run some caulking on this and figure out our issue at a later date. What am I using to fix this? Well, anything I could find, because in this video, I'm basically pretending like I'm the homeowner or trying to help the homeowner. So this is some all-weather, interior, exterior fixes, literally everything under the sun. We'll stick it on the roof, we'll caulk it up, we'll figure this out. This is somewhat temporary. It's probably gonna last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. But what Dan has on his house is a window right here and a roof that's really not that pitchy. He can look right out the dormer and see what's going on with this leak in the future. And if he needs to crawl out the window, stop at Home Depot first and get some stuff, then he can totally fix this on his own. And I guess that's the entire premise of this video. You can get on your roof and you can fix it yourself. Or if you're not comfortable with those situations or you can't figure it out, give us a call.